Hello everyone. In this video, we'll be learning about the functionalities of the math module and the random module. Python provides math module for advanced mathematic operations. Functions like square root, power are used a lot from the math module. Math module comes along with Python while installing. So you need not do any pip install for math, but you have to import math module to use it in your program. So first let's import the math module. Now let's use the square root function. Let's use the math module dot. Here you can see a wide range of functions which are in the math module. You can use these functions for mathematical operations. As I said earlier, let's use the square root function. Let's take a number 36. Here we see that we get an output 6, which is the square root of 36. Let's try a different number. We get an output of 6.92. Now let's use the power function. If you want to know more about the power function or you want any help regarding a particular function, you can use the help command in the Python and pass the function in it. So if we use the help command, we will get the doc strings that has been allocated while creating this function. Here we get a text which says what power function does. So power function returns x to the power of y. So now let's try it out. Math.power, let's raise 5 to the power of 2. We should be getting an output of 25. We get the output 25. Let's learn about the ceil function and the floor function. Ceil function returns the smallest integer that is greater than or equal to the given value. So if we use the ceil function and use a number like 4.3, it returns the smallest integer that is greater than or equal to the given value. So the number will be 5 here. We get the output 5. And then let's learn about the floor function. Floor function returns the greatest integer that is less than or equal to the value. So the ceil function and the floor function returns only the integer, while ceil function returns the smallest value that is greater than x. The floor function returns the greatest function that is smaller than x. Here we get the output 4. If you want to know what are all the functions that are available in the math library, we can use the dir command. So dir stands for directory, and if we use the math module in it, we get the output of the different functionalities that are available in the math module. So here we can see that we have log operation, tanh operation, cos operation. Let's use some. Let's use the sine operation, which gives the sine value. So this value is actually measured in the radians. So here we get 0.899. We also have the factorial operation, which returns the factorial of the given number. So factorial of 5 means 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So here we get the output 120. We also have the constants like e and pi, where it provides accurate value. Let me show it to you. Now let's print the value of pi and let's just comment this line. We get the output of the pi value. Now let's learn about the random module. Random module is used to generate random numbers and pick a random value out of a list or a tuple. First, let's learn about the randint function. Random module also comes by default with Python, so there is no need to install, but we have to import it. So let's import the random module now, and let's use the random.randint function. What randint function does is, it generates a random integer within a start point and an end point. Here the first point will be the starting point and the second value will be the ending point, and these are both inclusive, which means even they can be outputted. So let's choose 1 and 10 as our start and end point, and let's print the number. We get an output 5. In the same way how we generate integers, we can also generate floats. Random.random function generates a floating point number between the values of 0 to 1. Let's try to generate a random floating number. I'll print, and we got a value of 0.39. As I said earlier, we can also choose a random value from a list, and the function that is used there is called choice. To learn about this, first let's create a list. We'll have some integers followed by some strings. Now this list contains 6 values. Let's choose a random value from the list using the choice function. So what we do is, we use the random module and take the choice function out of it. Inside the choice function, we will be passing the list. We get the output 4 here. Let's try it one more time. Now we get the output high. So every time you print it out, it generates a random value. There are also functions like shuffle, which shuffles the position of elements inside the list. Let's use the shuffle function and print the list. Random.shuffle, and inside it we will be passing the list. Now let's print the list again. So we'll print the list once before the shuffling and once after the shuffling. We see that this is the list before shuffling and this is the list after shuffling. Let's shuffle it one more time and check it out. It shuffles the list again and creates its output. In the same way how the choice function choose the value from the list, it can also choose values from strings and tuples. But the shuffle function cannot work with tuples because tuple is an immutable data type, which means it cannot be changed once it is created. Actually, these random numbers are not true random numbers. These are actually pseudo random numbers, which means we can reproduce the same randomness in the code with a function, and the function is called random.seed. So if you use a number inside the seed and print it and use the random functions, you can reproduce the same results by using the seed. Every number that you pass into the seed function has a specific way of generating random numbers. So if you want to reproduce the same results, you just pass the same seed in the other code. I hope you understood about the math module and the random module. See you again in the next video.